What's up, guys? Christopher Walker here, back again with some more helpful health information. Today I'm going to be talking about an ingredient known as apple cider vinegar. Now, apple cider vinegar is it's pretty well known, especially in health circles, and a lot of people at this point are taking or have tried at least once in their life taking a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar once or twice a day. And I'm going to go through some of the benefits here with you today of why you may want to consider including some apple cider vinegar in your daily routine, because there's actually some really cool research around it. Let's first talk about how apple cider vinegar is made. It's a simple two-step process. So first, you either take the crushed up apples or the apple cider itself and you introduce yeast to the mix. The yeast ends up fermenting the sugars, it turns it into alcohol. You take that alcohol and add certain bacteria to it, and what the bacteria do is they further ferment the alcohol and turn it into what's known as acetic acid, which is vinegar. As you can see, it's simple, and that's how they turn the apples or apple cider into the vinegar. And there's certain apple cider vinegar liquids that are for sale, like the most famous one is Bragg's, and they keep the mother in there, similar to kombucha, how there's like a big blob of something floating around in there. That's called the mother, and it also contains certain enzymes and friendly bacteria in it. So if you can get if you're going to have a liquid, if you can get that in there, that is, a bit of a higher quality solution. So one thing a lot of people notice, though, is that it stinks, which for some people doesn't matter, but for a lot of people kind of gets in the way of regular usage, because just by opening that stuff up, opening the bottle is going to stink up your whole kitchen, So I've got a solution to that I'm going to introduce at the end of this video. One of the main benefits of apple cider vinegar is that it helps to kill a lot of bad bacteria. I've been talking about this stuff recently in terms of some compounds that can get rid of bad bacteria and help support good bacteria in the body, and apple cider vinegar kind of falls into that category as well. You can actually use it as a disinfectant, as a cleaning solution. The only problem with that, like I said again, is it stinks. So if you're like cleaning your counters with it or something in your house is going to smell like apple cider vinegar, which may not be the best option. But sometimes in natural cleaning solutions, they actually include a small amount of it for this reason, and then they use some other kind of a solution on top of that has a different smell, so it doesn't overpower the room, essentially. So another thing that it can do is actually there's a lot of favorable benefits for apple cider vinegar and blood sugar. People have studied it specifically with relation to diabetes. Diabetes is basically characterized by excessively chronically high blood sugar levels, due to either insulin resistance or an inability to produce insulin in the body. So this can be an issue, but blood sugar can be an issue for people even that don't have diabetes, because it can cause things like lethargy and fatigue. And if your blood sugar is poorly regulated and swinging all over the place, that's what happens to a lot of people when they eat like a standard American diet meal and they fall asleep afterward, or they get drowsy in the afternoon after lunch, that sort of stuff. There's some good research here on apple cider vinegar with respect to this. So this study right here found that during a high carb meal, by taking apple cider vinegar during a high carb meal, it improved insulin sensitivity by between 19 and 34%, and actually lowered the blood sugar and insulin response to that high carb meal. So that's pretty cool. This study right here actually saw that it lowered blood sugar by 34% after eating white bread. So these are things that, people think are like a big no-no, like eating carbs, whatever. But if you have a little bit of apple cider vinegar too, it really modulates the blood sugar effect and the insulin effect. So here's a study with just a small reduction in fasting blood sugar, but 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar before bed reduced fasting blood sugar by 4% in the morning. Here's a couple studies right here that showed that in humans, this apple cider vinegar improves insulin function and lowers blood sugar levels after eating meals. So if you have pre-diabetes, that sort of thing, you might want to consider including some apple cider vinegar in your routine. Another benefit of it is there's actually like good weight loss benefits of apple cider vinegar, and these are very interesting. So this study right here saw that people that were taking the apple cider vinegar along with a high carb meal had increased feelings of fullness, and actually ended up on average eating 200 to 275 fewer calories per day because of these satiety signals, like better blood sugar, better insulin response, basically made them feel full, so they didn't eat as much. So that's, pretty big. That would amount to about a half a pound of fat loss per week without even trying, if you're feeling good. So that could be a good reason to include more apple cider vinegar in your diet. Here's a study that looked at 175 obese subjects, and they gave them apple cider vinegar daily. It led to what they found as what they called reduced belly fat and weight loss. So the people that took 15 milliliters, which is basically 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar over this period of time, lost average of 2.6 pounds. And then the people that took 2 lost an average of 3.7 pounds over that period of time. And these are obese people, so that's pretty good. So another benefit of apple cider vinegar is that it helps with your heart health in general. So there's certain risk factors of heart disease that people consider, and apple cider vinegar has been found to help with improving these risk factors, if that's important to you. So they can help control cholesterol levels and triglycerides, as well as blood pressure. So it's pretty cool. And then the last but not least effect is that there are some studies that show that it can actually kill cancer cells and shrink tumors, and that's it's pretty amazing. It's pretty aggressive in terms of its effect, but I mean that's what the research is showing right here. So you might be wondering, how do you use it? What kind of doses are you looking for? Like I mentioned earlier, having like 1 or 2 tablespoons worth of apple cider vinegar per day can have these good effects if these are the type of effects that you're looking for. One of the main problems though is that it does stink, and a lot of people just don't like the taste either. So what we did at Truth Nutra, we wanted to be able to give everyone the benefits of apple cider vinegar with a better, more convenient solution. So what we did is we made a new supplement formula known as ACV plus prebiotics. So we included the prebiotics with the ACV apple cider vinegar, and we dehydrated it. So we made it a powdered form of the apple cider vinegar, so you don't have to deal with the smell or the taste. And this is a really good convenience. It's also very affordable, and you can find that over at truthnutra.com. And I'm really excited to introduce that one, because that one, it helps support so much beneficial bacteria in the body, and it helps to kill off the bad bacteria, and the prebiotics are amazing for your gut health and will help feed those good probiotic bacteria that are in your body as well. So it packs quite the punch. So if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. Hopefully you learned something useful today, and I'll see you on the next video. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe to the channel, because I've got so much more content coming out for you to teach you exactly the truth about health-related topics and what you can really do to empower your own life and your own health. So thanks for watching. Click on some other videos, watch some other stuff, and I'll see you around.